What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and in today's video we have some massive leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of different Pokemon forms, especially Dunsparce, who may have multiple forms, and we got some information about raids and much more. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate it. To begin, Riddler Khu went off on a massive Twitter storm last night, and he told us a bunch of great information. And the first thing he did tell us here, and this question is in Chinese, and when we translate it, essentially is, I'm more curious if the powder hammer will be very late. I like to know which zone is near so I can go to that direction to first capture one. So he's talking about the Fairy Steel Pokemon with the hammer. It is a lolly Pokemon that is going to be 100% female. And this translates to be early. So the fact that we can get this Fairy Steel Pokemon in the early game is really exciting because we know it's a very strong typing, probably the best typing in all of Pokemon. And also the fact that it's an Elite Four Ace Pokemon. This is going to be really exciting for us. And this Pokemon's definitely going to make it on my team personally. I wonder if the final evolution is going to be a Pokemon where you're going to have to either trade to get it or use a stone or an item just because it is so strong. Then Riddler Khu dropped this massive leak for Scarlet and Violet. And he says, Parrot, Mice, TLJJ, Dolphin, Boxes, R Ox. And then second line, Pig, third line, Engine and Coin. So we can sort of tell what he's talking about here immediately, right? The parrot Pokemon, there's a parakeet. We already saw the family mice. TLJJ apparently stands for Dunsparce. Dolphin, we know there's a dolphin Pokemon. Boxes, which is Koraidon and Miraidon. And then the regional Ox, which is the Tauros forms. Then there's the pig, which is Lechonk. And we know Lechonk is going to have multiple forms, male and female form. Then Engine and Coin. We've seen the Engine Pokemon, and we know the Coin Pokemon. So when we break it down here, the top row is all alternate forms. All these Pokemon seem to be getting alternate forms. The middle row is gender forms, and the last row is modifiable Pokemon. Now, this is really interesting stuff here. So it seems like Dunsparce evolution is going to have an alternate form, not just a regular evolution. There's going to be a form to this Dunsparce. We do not know it's going to be land or sky form, but I could definitely see something like that happen for Dunsparce. Maybe there's a version exclusive for Scarlet and Violet for Dunsparce forms, which would be insane because honestly, as a massive Dunsparce fan, and I have to pull up the Dunsparce when I talk about my boy. Honestly, I love this guy ever since Gen 2. Made my Pokemon Gold team back in the day when I was like 7 years old. And I'm really excited for 2 Dunsparces. This is probably the best news for Scarlet and Violet for me personally, and I can't wait to use both forms. Hopefully, both forms are competitively viable, but in all reality, Dunsparce just needs some more stats and maybe a dual typing. Apparently, it's going to be pure normal, but that was from Kaka, and Kaka has been wrong in the past. So I'm going to say I think Dunsparce will be a normal type still, but it potentially could be Dragon normal. Maybe it could be normal Fairy. We're just going to have to wait and see, but I'm super excited about more information on Dunsparce. We also, the mouse Pokemon is going to have alternate form, which is confirmed by Riddler Khu. It seems like the family can be a family of 3 or a family of 4. We don't know how you're actually going to get those or if you're going to change anything about it. The box arts have alternate form, which you already know. They have all the transportation forms, so that's very easy right there. The dolphin we already knew had an alternate form. One, it was like on 2 legs and more of a superhero, and one it's just like a dolphin. The parrot's alternate form is going to be different colors of the parrot or the parakeet here. And we know that Tauros has 3 regional forms. One is fighting fire, and one is water fighting. And then Lechonk we already knew had a male and female form. The female one being much more feminine with like a pig on makeup. And the engine is modified by Team Star, and the coin has a non-attainable form. Essentially, we're going to be collecting a lot of coins, and it's going to be like Zygarde, where the Pokemon will change with the more coins we actually have. So this is a lot of interesting stuff, and a lot of alt forms I was not expecting in the first place. Besides Dunsparce, the biggest standout for me is the coin Pokemon. So I've been calling this Pokemon the coin Pokemon. We actually saw it leaked in the previous trailer as well, but now Riddler Khu is calling this the Cell Pokemon, and he's describing it as, look at the last line, the bike in Cell. So Cell is the coin Pokemon, works like Zygarde cells, and we know it's a ghost type. We actually don't know if it's going to be Ghost and Steel, because everyone assumed it was going to be a coin, so that's where the Ghost and Steel typing came from. But right now, we just know it's going to be a ghost type. We don't know if it's ever going to have a dual typing in the first place. Riddler Khu again gives us a lot of information about the new coin Pokemon, or the cell Pokemon now. It says coin is just a code name. This Pokemon is not a coin in either evolutionary stage. So there it is, completely debunked. This Pokemon is not a coin, but it's going to be like a Zygarde cell. We don't know what that final form is going to end up looking like. And then he says, you guys only saw the cell, not a Pokemon. Said many times it is that difficult to understand. So the Pokemon that we saw that looked like an item finder is related. However, that is not a real Pokemon. That is not an attainable Pokemon at the very least. When we get enough coins, it seems like we'll actually be able to get the real Pokemon. And essentially how Pearl Enthusiast puts it out, there's an unofficial cell form that we saw in the trailer. Once you collect a certain amount of cells, you can get the actual coin Pokemon to evolve it, which is really interesting. So I wonder how this is going to work, but it seems like it's going to be a big open world journey of us trying to get as many cells or coins or whatever item we're trying to get to actually evolve this Pokemon into a real Pokemon, which I think is going to be really interesting. And I assume we're actually going to be getting this pretty early in the game, as it seems to be a massive open world journey that we're going to be doing throughout the game as one big side quest. Pearl Enthusiast says, you need a very large amount of coins to evolve the coin Pokemon. Gathering coins is not necessary. You can catch first stage to plus 10 or plus 50 coins, not sure, but a wild coin bug plus 1. It's hard to respond to coin Pokemon, but provides you a way to get multiple of the evolution. So he's saying that you can catch more than one of these. This is not like a Spiritomb where there's only one Spiritomb in the entire game. If you want to shiny hunt it, that's it. You're out of luck. No, there are multiple coins. It is a rare Pokemon though, so be warned if you're going to shiny hunt it. It's a rare spawn in general, but it is possible. So I do think this is a good situation. I really want to know more details about how the evolution of this coin Pokemon is going to work. Riddler Khu then proceeds to say this Pokemon is OP with a powerful new ability and a crazy high power signature move without any negative effect. And Riddler Khu then says it's a 5 PP move that deals 140 or 150 base power attack move. That is crazy. So we know this Pokemon is going to be great. And even if it's just a pure ghost type, that is phenomenal. Ghost is a fantastic typing. So if it's ghost to anything else, this Pokemon is going to be cracked. So definitely stay tuned. I really hope the stats of this Pokemon are good too. I assume they are, considering how much of a journey we're going to have to do in order to acquire the final form. So I am really excited for this Pokemon. Let me know in the comment section below if you're excited for it as well, because I'm incredibly excited. So we have a question here from Pearl Enthusiast, and they say, can you respawn Pokemon by walking into buildings, or is there another way? As usual, you just have to switch scenes, which pretty much means you're going to be like walking into a building, or if you like leave the wild area or whatever area is going to be in this game and you come back, you'll be able to respawn all the Pokemon. Of course, if you were to catch the Pokemon in the area, Pokemon will just naturally respawn. And now for a leak update on the new raids for Scarlet and Violet. So Pearl Enthusiast asks, it's not too far away. Do you have any difficulty beating raids then? And Riddler Khu says, 6 out of 7 is impossible to finish by a single player and dumb computers. You'll definitely run out of time before kicking them down. So he is confirming that there are 6 and 7-star raids. So before it was up to 5 stars, now we've gone up to 6 and 7, which is really interesting. So I'm glad they're increasing the difficulty of the raids overall. But it seems like you're going to be forced to play online if you want to get these good raids done, which makes a lot of sense. The AI wasn't that good in Sword and Shield for the raids anyway, especially trying to do Dynamax Adventures. It was really hard to complete those with the AI and solo play alone. So I'm not expecting anything to change there. And I am looking forward to playing with the community, so definitely stay tuned for that when the game comes out. I'll be playing with all of y'all in the 6 and 7-star raids. So Pearl Enthusiast says 7-star raids are paradox, so I can see why this is the case. And Khu confirms not just paradox Pokemon, there's going to be lots of different level 100 Pokemon in these raids, including their final forms. So it seems like 7-star raids is going to be a fantastic time. You can get level 100 Pokemon, which is great for competitive play. So you already have Pokemon that you can immediately bottle cap if you catch them. Paradox Pokemon will be huntable here too. And if there's any shiny exploits, we'll be able to use shiny exploits on these raids, so you can easily get shiny Pokemon from them. This is going to be really exciting stuff, and I cannot wait for the raid feature to come out. Riddler Khu also confirms that Paradox Pokemon are exclusive to the 7-star raids, and that is going to be the big special thing about them, which I think is special enough. I wouldn't be upset about that personally. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon for us to hunt in those, so that's a really cool thing. I really wonder in the story if we're only going to have a one-time chance to catch them, and then to catch future ones, we're going to have to do it in raids. And there is a day 1 exploit right now. So Riddler Khu says, by the way, a day 1 patch has a bug about 7-star raids. Not quite sure if they will fix it on time. If not, people could kill bosses directly because of that 1 HP bug. LOL. I think this is funny. I do think they're going to personally patch this as soon as they can. I mean, the fact that this is already known and there's still a few weeks, I'm sure they'll have something ready for day 1 to actually patch this. But hey, that'll be pretty funny if you see a Paradox Pokemon somehow and you just kill it in 1 hit and then you can just catch it. That's really cool. It's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a fun exploit, especially once people figure out how to shiny hunt. This may be the best version to shiny hunt on and get Paradox Pokemon. So maybe you don't want to actually update your game on day 1. Well, guys, that was a massive leak update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you really hyped for raids? What alternate form are you hyped for? Obviously, mine is Dunsparce. And I can't wait to play this game with you guys. So, of course, when we get closer to Scarlet and Violet, I'm going to be live streaming this game and I'm going to be playing with the community. So, thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. And let's try to hit 8,000 subscribers. Peace out and have a great one.